High score. Hi. Whoop, Yaden's first. High score. How is everybody? Hi again, score. Fancy meeting you here. We didn't meet here hours ago. Hey, first game is in half an hour. First game is at 6. I'm like, did I get my own timing wrong? I don't feel like I did. I feel like I'm right. Hi, raccoon. You're giving me anxiety is what you're doing. And considering I already have anxiety, kinda rude. Oh, hydration already. You know what? I can do that after I do my social media, which I'm never ready to do. Like, I looked at the time today and I also was like, I have time. And then I like really looked at the time and I was like, I don't have time. I don't have time at all. I need to finish getting this shit together. I'm not ready. I have water and liquor right now. Oh, koala second, I guess. I should actually have a second redeem. Like, I have the first and not first, but like first, second, and not first would probably be okay. The game is at 6. The first game is at 6. I have a schedule that has been out. I sent messages. Like, I've done everything I can for you. Larrikin, I hope that you rest well, sweetheart. Hi, Masterman. Where are you going? Where are you going, quick? 30-minute break? Asmodeus, we're carpooling. It'll be fine. You damn right forgotten. I mean, it's not really sudden. Oh, shit. Don't be nervous. Unicorn, I have no adult friends. I have you guys. I have you guys. Also, I have you guys in an adult beverage. No, I just look good in blue. You have food? What do you have? No, you should have dino nuggies. Listen, I don't have favorites. I don't have favorites. Nobody is this color blue. Nobody is this color blue. Thanks for the light, Murder Bird. Hi, Scorpia. That's amazing. We'll get Moosey shortly. We'll get Moosey shortly. What if both, Kindy? We're on day 2, Apex. Yesterday was amazing. I was so happy and so excited to shoutcast those games. I couldn't believe how like balanced everything was, the back and forth, the plays, like yeah, excite-tired, exactly. Marshy, you're hype? Goddamn. Apex, we've been setting it up for a couple of months, so don't worry about it too much. I was talking to one of my mods earlier and oh shit. Yeah. Last night was a banger. I'm hoping tonight will be too. I would genuinely like to do more of these. What I was saying is I was talking to one of the mods earlier and like every month is even too much, even maybe every other to every third, like quarterly, I think wouldn't be a terrible thing. Like quarterly be fun. The winner team, I'm giving away 20 bucks of RP per team member to the winners. And then we're also going to give them a permanent role in the Discord. I'll give those positive words in a minute. Hi, Shaitun. Hi, Bubble. Shaitun, what can I call you? All rays are rabid. Thanks, Akrai. Hi, War. I'm just as nervous tonight as I was last night. I'm not even gonna lie. He's been super busy, Murder Bird. They're already talking shit in the chat. I heard there was shit talk in general right before I started. He's doing his best, Murder Bird. Also, I fixed that. So you guys can cheer for red and blue side now. There's tiny fireworks in the top corners, so they don't impede the screen at all. It is Aurora. It is Aurora. I found K-pop lo-fi. Here's the thing, the way I figure it, no band didn't beat Scoodle Crabs, so naturally, they should be who they're cheering to victory. I didn't find Lo-Fi Bouncy. I wish that I had, but I didn't. You want me to look for it? Because the problem is it will be lo-fi and you will still spam. You don't even need the music. No, there is no Nightbot. There is only lo-fi. No, I can just turn that off, maybe. No, I can't. It's fine. It's just playing Epiphany forever. Thank you, Bubble. What time is it? Lucy will be here shortly. He told me he'd be here at about 1:45. So that'll be perfect. I like dual tone color schemes on Bubble. Like, I very much, but I like the second color to be muted and or like blacks or grays. What if I do that? I'm gonna try the noise that I wanted you guys to hear one more time. I just adjusted one more setting. It might be loud. I don't know if it's loud. Did that make any sound for you guys at all? I don't think it did. God damn it. Koala, I've tried every setting I can think of. It's showing like OBS says it's making noise for stream, but it's not. So I'll change it into something else later on Trigger Fire. Hey, Redo. Hey, Ghosty. Yeah, I know you fixed it. You said you'd fix it. We're just not fixing it today. We embrace the scuff. I actually adjusted the caster desks today because yesterday I wanted to feel both of my my PNG shoutcasters feel comfortable, at least having partial PNG Rachel in the form of Lyralyn. Today, Moosey is obviously a camcast, like he's a camera streamer just like I am. So I adjusted the desks accordingly. So both of us have our own desks, but we'll just put the cams on the fronts of the desks. The desks are just a little bit bigger. It's still pretty cute. Welcome back, Apex. I just wanted to make sure that you felt included and welcomed, Bubble. Like, there's nothing, not that there's anything wrong with PNG tubers and camera streamers collabing, but I definitely, so Koala, what I'm thinking is I would like to do some more shoutcasting anyway, and I would like to have a scene where it rolls in, and I'll just have a caster desk permanently, like a caster desk scene permanently, and it can do that when I roll over to it. Asmodeus, and everybody has those preferences. And I genuinely, I know for me, I need to get to know the person when they're a PNG tuber. I need to know who the person is, because a lot of facial expressions and things are lost when, especially on a PNG tuber. And you have to rely more on their voice, more on how they communicate. I actually prefer a live 2D model over a PNG model simply because it gives me more facial movement. But I think the thing that's so interesting about those things is that even as you get more complex with the VTubing models, it's, in the words of Flinroz, it's less about sitting and talking at that point and more about puppeteering the model. So it's still a different sort of feel than just sitting and talking to somebody, like face to face. I would love to have them, Redo, but the price point of ones that I would, like a VTuber that I would want, it is Moosey. It is. Are you excited? We're excited to have you. Like, I'm hella excited to have you, but I hope everybody else is just as excited as I am. Moosey, not excited. Just chill. Moosey's like, I guess. She twisted my arm. She said I had to be here.
A word I should know? Lou Sassel. Lou Sass...
Unicorn, that's the tiny end. Oh my god.
A loose asshole? Oh my god, dude.
And this is how we introduce Moosey to the crew. For anybody that doesn't know him, this is amazing. This is
dude,
perfect.
I fucking hate all of you.
Is that an ara? Alright, I'm gonna do the ara. But first I'm gonna do the positive words. I think one of my favorite things in the world is finding people that celebrate you for you. People that walk into your life and accept you for who you are. All of the positives, all of the negatives, and still make you feel seen and loved and heard. They accept that you have your bad days, and they're not, in the words that I've used before, fair weather friends. They are somebody who, if you tell them that you need a quiet day, they accept that, not as an attack, but rather as a, this is what you need, and you communicated with it. On the days where you feel like you have all of the energy and love to give, maybe they don't feel so well. And you balance that relationship in a way that allows everybody to get the most energy and positivity possible. And I feel like this space has done so well at all of that. I love the days where you come into this space and you go, Rachel, I am so happy. I would like to share this amazing positive thing with you. I feel so excited because you want to share that energy with me. And on the days where you come in and you go, I feel less, I feel down, I feel sad, but you make me feel better. Those are the days where my heart feels incredibly soft because I can do that for you. And it makes me feel very important in this little galaxy, in this little corner of the universe, that I can do something so big in your life. Thank you so much for being you. Alright, now we're gonna do an ara. And then, what time is it? He said 1:45. It's 1:45. Ara. Also, Reaper, fuck you for trying to make me laugh. I see you, you little shit. Yeah. I saw it and I actually had to look away from it because you're kind of a shit. Alright. So what did I do today for the, what I did today? No, that was not even remotely close to edging for me, sweetheart. Alright. So I changed the desks a little bit. Like, I changed them up just a little bit. Like, I'm just gonna do this because Moosey's also a camera streamer. So we're just gonna push Moosie. We're just gonna put Moosey on the other desk and call it a day. And this will be fine for this. I personalized both of our desks. I'm very proud of how they came out. I just adjusted them just a little bit. But I am gonna have to do a little bit of on the fly screen grab shit because I am kind of a clown fiesta and, you know, I just didn't do this earlier. And that is what it is. Why not, Osmodios? I also picked our drinks out. He's got an old fashioned. I've got like a sweet pea flower concoction because it's fancy. There are apparently not moose in America according to Reaper. I am in front of the desk. You want me to move the antlers? I can't move the antlers. They're not a separate item. The desk item is only one thing. Moosey says he's 2 minutes out. Start with a bourbon that's bubble. Depending on how much you like the taste or the burn of alcohol, you want a sweeter side bourbon to start. I am the desk. I am become the desk. What I really ought to do. Bubbles. Probably boot League up because I don't think my League is booted up yet. Oh, it's not. And we can just do the first skin giveaway. Let's do this. Let's do the first skin giveaway while we're waiting for him. Yes, Bubble. This will be for any gifted skin. It will be any skin that you want. I have one rye whiskey that I've made mine with SB. As a rule, I recommend bourbon to start because it's a little bit sweeter. And, well, he's not here yet. Rye's got a little bit more bite to it. You guys can't handle it if you're not dropping on somebody's head. Listen, you just described me, Asmodeus. That's completely okay. However, I need to add them to that channel. Thank you. channel. Permissions. I need to add them to the coin flip channel, otherwise they won't be able to get in. Thank you, Zakrai. Is everybody in the drop? They need permissions to get into the coin flip channel. That's what I was given permissions to. You little shit. I know, I added you to it. Alright, lads. This is for gifted skin and Lee. Any skin you want. And once again, I'm taking notes for once in my goddamn life. There's a lot of you, like... Ooh hoo hoo! That looking like war. Or, do you need to think about it? With this squished, yeah. That's fine, think about it. I've got you on the notes. Everybody except Primrose and Pi got their gifteds last night. For whatever reason, it wouldn't let me gift RP last night, and I haven't been friends long enough with Primrose yet, but that's okay. We'll get to it. I have notes. Thank you, Steve. Quake said he was taking a half-hour nap. Oh shit, Reaper. Good to know, good to know. Good to know. Alright. I'm gonna call Moosey. Let's get Moosey in here first. Then I'm gonna have to camera capture him and figure this shit out. Which, you know, we're just winging it. We're winging it. It'll be fine.
Hello.
Salutations.
What up?
How are you?
Oh, just fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm excited. I'm sad you missed the games yesterday, but I hope that you get to see just as great a games today.
Oh, guaranteed, guaranteed. You're gonna have to catch me up to speed on all the action that happened yesterday while we're waiting.
I definitely will. Like, long story short, the tragedy is, you know, somebody had to be out day one on a 4 team, and we lost the Scoodle Crabs. They put up a valiant effort.
Not the Scoodlers.
Yeah, they scoodled right off the rift.
Bro, that's crazy because usually Scuttle Crabs outplays the fuck out of me when I'm trying to get him
Scuttle
in the
Crab
river.
is faker.
So, bro, Scuttle Crab is challenger, man. I think he'd break one every season. But you know, sorry to the
I think the problem
non-challenger
was
Scuttlers out there.
the Scuttle Crabs, the Scoodle Crabs. They got on a scooter, and it cost them everything.
Yeah. Usually things go downhill when you get on a scooter.
So, do you want to do the, right now I have the, reactive PNG. It's just grabbing your, it's literally just grabbing your, Discord picture. So it's just, you're just showing up as a cute little The Moosey Man, like, insignia. Otherwise, if you, I see what he did there too, Koala. Otherwise,
So turn on my camera,
if
correct?
you turn on your camera, we will, do our best to do some, get some capture going on in here. Your camera is not turning on.
Yes, and I think it's because I already have my OBS pulled up. 1 second, let me just turn off my OBS real quick.
He's breaking things. Moosey can't not be a face.
Because your camera can only pull one source,
Yes.
so once I cancel out of that, let me turn off my camera again and turn it back
Reaper
on.
says there's a button on OBS.
Yeah, I turned it off. I turned the button off on OBS, so my camera wasn't sourcing on my OBS, but apparently it still was drawing it
Middle
from the
finger.
Discord, so
Big middle finger across the board.
now it should
There
work.
he is. All right. Let's go grab. Well, they can't see you yet, but I can.
This is the first sneak peek of anybody seeing my new room since I moved.
Oh, I get the sneak peek.
I know. The whole chat does.
Yeah. All right, let me. What kind of capture is this, Reaper? What kind of capture is this? Is this a window capture? I've got Reaper in my chat probably going, this absolute fucking bitch. Oh, hey, there he is. You know, that's fine. And then we'll just...
It's all good. I was supposed to have Reaper help me with my OBS about a year and a half ago, so that's cool.
He's been helping me with mine. And it's been great right up until we put pause on it. And then I got a new solid state. And then we are supposed to do it again. We're supposed to like basically reboot my computer from scratch. You can be tiny here. And I can put you there for now. You can close the reactive. And you'll just be there. And then I'll grab this. And we're gonna move you over to the other one. This is gonna be fine. I've got this. I've got this on lock, boys. I don't have this on lock.
No, brother, this stream stinks.
It's fair, accurate, factual. Just put him on the desk with me. All right, Moosey, you've got your own desk. It's fantastic.
Yay.
All right, lads. I'm not gonna try and green screen you. I'm not doing it.
Nah, yeah, I wouldn't worry about that either. Plus, I think the filter would have to be in Discord. It couldn't be through your OBS, and I don't know how to do a filter on Discord.
I don't either, and I'm not gonna try. Let's be real. So, everybody that's here yesterday, I think you know more or less what we're about. But game one, we've got No Ban and Total Carnage going up against each other, and I'm gonna be real. Moosey, I need you to understand that they're called Team No Ban for a reason. And do you know do you want to know what they told me?
That they weren't gonna ban anybody?
They told me their catchphrase is, "We can beat you at your best, so give us your worst." And they didn't ban a single champion last night.
So hold on, I'm all confuzzled now. They can beat you at your best, so give us your worst.
Yeah, whatever.
Give us, okay, yeah, give us your worst, as in like give us the best you can do.
Give us the best you can do. Give us your absolute
Dude.
No, they and you know what? They won.
Well, I was just really confused on the wordplay there, so you know what? I tip my hat to them. That was pretty good. That had me confused for a second. I was like, so give me your worst. What do you mean, like your worst champions? Like they're not going to give you the worst champions if you don't ban any of them. They're going to play their best champions anyways. Let me go ahead and just put my brain back together after that one real quick. We're good. Be Gucci.
I just realized that what I should actually do is pop you out and capture the window that you're popped out of, so I can do other things on Discord. Let's do that. Oh, you're on this screen now. That's fine. We're gonna do this. It's gonna be fine. Can I do that? There, okay, now we'll just change that a little bit. It'll be great. No. Everything is fine. I'm fixing him. I'm putting him back. Because I need to be able to do other shit on my Discord. I'm putting him back. It's a little scuff. It's okay. It's okay. Because I need to be able to do other things on my other, like, channels on my Discord. Like, to type to the other teams. And I was not going to be able to do that this way. Alright. So... Sure if this is gonna work. We're gonna find out if this is gonna work, and if it doesn't work, it's gonna be a hella scuffed. Because what I need to do is I need to go into the coin flip. I need to do the coin flip with these two. So... Let's see if I can pop out of this chat and then pop back in it, and if you'll just reappear. Or if it sets shit on fire. It might set shit on fire, we'll find out. Alright, what time is it? We're right on time right now, I'm so proud of us.
Hey.
I am going to go over and see which team wants which side. And I'll be... I made it so you can join the coin flip channel, but I don't I don't know how this is gonna work.
No, it's okay. I don't need to be part of that. As long as I have the spectate link for the draft, and I'm cool
I'll
with
send
that.
that. I'll send that over to you as soon as I get it. I gotta go get sides first, though. I'll be right back. Okay, so he's gonna disappear, and we'll see if he comes back when I go back, or if it fucks it all up. It'll be fine. I need the 2 team captains from Noban and Total Carnage in the coin flip channel. Hello, Saikun.
Hello.
And where's Yaden? I hear that that you know what your team wants. Zakrai has ceded to you.
Yes.
Fantastic. Yaden, I'm gonna go yell at Yaden. Oh, never mind. I don't need to go yell at Yaden.
Or you can yell at him.
Oh, do I need to leave when you yell at me?
No, shut the fuck up. You're here. It's too late. For both teams, the first question that I asked before, do either of you want to cede the choice to another one, or cede the coin flip to the other one, or how do you?
The question is, what side do y'all want?
You guys want tails, so I want to go ahead of you and say heads.
You're calling heads? Yaden, are you comfortable allowing them to call heads?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Actually, I'm just gonna do the zoom in. Oh Jesus, that's fine. All right.
Damn.
Shut up. I'm scuffed.
We know.
It's tails.
We want red side.
Yaden, you want red side?
Okay.
Yep.
All right. You guys can go back to your comms, and I'll pull the links up and I'll send them over. Does it work? What if I... Haha! It works! We're only slightly scuffed. Oh my god, what are you guys doing? Okay, so, we've got, Total Carnage on the red side. And we've got Noban. Actually, I think technically their name is Team Noban, but it's fine. On the blue side, we create. I'm just leaving all this shit up. It's fine. Copy. This is at least slightly more organized than yesterday. You got to avoid the bulk of the scuff. So,
Okay. I see you're doing good. You're doing good.
you got to avoid the bulk of the scuff because some of the scuff was literally just me going, I've never done this before, and them going, well, we've never done this before. And then we sent, the first time we did picks and bans on this website, I sent the link over, and it got fucked because, how do I, where's the chat when I have you popped out? I don't use Discord enough, this is stupid. Boy. Okay, well, that's fine. I'll do that. And then we'll bring it back. Alright, we fixed it. Did you get the, you got the link? You should have a lonk. Okay. Redo voting for no ban. Twitch guest? Yeah, I understand, Reaper. Next time, maybe we'll do that. But today it's not happening, so. Musi, are you in the draft screen?
I am now.
Okay. Noban and Total Carnage, when you are both ready, your captains can push accept and we will launch in. If no ban holds true, they will just wait out the ban timer right now. They will not ban a single champion. They will just let it roll over. That being said, Musi, considering we're only getting 5 bans out of 10, personal opinion, that actually makes Total Carnage's bans that much more important for both sides.
Yeah, it really depends on if Total Carnage has a lot of one-trick champions. You know what? I was a bad moose. I have sinned before the galaxy. I did not do complete research on all of these people and all their champions and all their roles.
I didn't either.
But I will say, if there's a lot of one tricks or there's a lot of people that had their heart set on certain champions, Smolder, not banning can be very bad, because when Smolder puts on his sunglasses, say it's fucking smoldering time, he smolders all over the place this season, and I cannot believe, like I told you earlier in the Discord call, or our chats, that that champion's disgusting. If anybody watched the first couple of LCS games today from NRG and 100 Thieves, like, if you let that champion go through and hey, cool, after 25 minutes, you win the game. You're down by 5,000 gold, you win the game. You're down by 10,000 gold. Hey man, you're probably gonna still win the game.
Well,
so
that's the point, is that Elder Dragon, it's the same reason why Chemtech Drake, when it was initially put in, was taken out of the game, the Chemtech Soul, because it was something that is supposed to be game-changing late game. It is something that's supposed to be hard-fought, hard-earned, hard-won. And when you just put infinite stacking on this tiny little dragon, and it hits 25 minutes, and suddenly he has miniature Elder Dragon buff, and he doesn't care if he hits you once or 10 times, and you have that burn on you, and you're in the middle of a team fight, he is taking multiple members of the enemy team down, no matter how poorly he plays. Like, I don't see how that champion is balanced.
yeah, the funny part is too, like, whenever champion, and again, we're probably not even going to see a Smolder, so we're going to talk about Smolder for this first 2 minutes and not even see him. But the funny part about that champion, about pretty much any champion that comes out when it first gets released, especially champions that aren't super straightforward, I think the collective community as a whole, unless you're actually good at the game, which I wouldn't know about, they have a hard time adjusting to really picking up the champion's kit, picking up what he does. And first pick Swain.
So while Swain can be a flex pick, we have a member of this community, Zakray. We also call him the Crow. Zakray is a monster on that champion.
I could have guessed that was going to go over to Zekray, and is that in? Let me see. Let me check. At least I have this up. At least I have this up, so I can.
Because Total Carnage gets to pick who they want, that is your ADC and your jungler's mains.
So Zekray's, I believe, the ADC on No Ban, correct? Yeah, Swain ADC, or APC I should say, is ridiculously good. It was one of the highest win rates last season for that role. Excited to see that.
That's going to be a really hard fought bot lane. It forces the MF, even with her speed boost, to pick her positioning so incredibly carefully, because as long as Swain understands his win condition, post 6 MF really can't kill him without the help of her jungler and her support.
Yeah, and I really like the first 2 picks. Real quick, though, because I'm being a nitpick and I want people to see as much as my beautiful face and body as they can, you might want to lower my camera angle down a little bit because I look like a floating head.
I can do that.
But no, I was gonna say before I'm all vain here and being like, hey everybody, look at Mosi at how good I look right now. I think that the best that you could possibly get for the first 2 picks did come through on Total Carnage. Misfortune and Wukong, I believe any champion kit that can complement Misfortune's ultimate, a knock up, an AoE, a total stun, a freeze, anything like that is just exactly what Misfortune thrives on. That Wukong and Misfortune ultimate, really good combination for the 2 picks for Carnage. And the Smolder is banned out. They heard our cries and our pleas, which I'm surprised that the Smolder
I will tell you, last night, Scortoon did play a mean Thresh. His hooks landed 9 times out of 10, and they were brutal on the enemy team. That being said, I don't think Thresh wants to land those hooks on that Swain.
Oh yeah, and also I always say this about Thresh. Whenever you're playing a very immobile ADC champion, I mean like a Jinx, like a Misfortune, like anybody that has absolutely no movement whatsoever, Thresh can just bail you out. Take my Lantern, even though a lot of my league teammates, especially in ranked, have no idea what the Lantern does.
At the Elo I play on, nobody knows what the Lantern is.
Yeah, dude, I think I've said click the lantern is one of my top 5 catchphrases when I'm playing League, if we would have like tracked that over the last 7 years I've been playing the game. So really good support pick to help out the Misfortune. On the flip side though, I really do like, I believe this is probably going to be a Swain Lux bot lane, correct me if I'm wrong.
I agree with you on that one.
and just the stacking of the combinationals between Swain's E-pull and Lux's Q to be able to, hey, if one hits one, one's gonna hit the other. If one hits the other, one's gonna hit the other. Like that CC combinational stack that any champions can do in the bot lane that complement each other, especially, you know, you would think that, oh, it's a Nautilus, oh, it's a Thresh, oh, it's somebody that doesn't do damage after the follow-up initiation. Lux and Swain both do a lot of damage after they'll catch you in that CC combination, so I'm excited to see that.
And they have, I mean, Swain has a lot of survivability as well. So even if he gets caught by that Thresh, followed up with MF, if he's got his ult going, there's every possibility, unless Wukong is there to help save them, Swain is living through that. Swain is 100% living through that Malphite though. That Malphite though. That's locked in.
That Malphite pick was great. I don't know if it was intentionally to take it away from Total Carnage, but if that Malphite would have went over to Total Carnage with a Wukong, with a Misfortune, yeah, I'm not sure if that was necessarily a steal pick, but if it was, extremely smart decision. And then we also have the Ahri rounding out on the mid lane for Total Carnage. What do you think about that pick?
I think the Ahri is a solid blind pick into no ban, not knowing what they're going to play. I mean, Steve is obviously very, very well known for his Akali, but Akali has a lot of hard counters and can get shut down very easily. Blind picking into a team that already has the amount of lockdown, Swain, Lux, Viego, Malphite, like I wouldn't, you don't want Akali into that. So even before the Yasuo was picked, but Jax is not a bad thing to round it out. Just keep lock everything down for that MF.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. Okay, so first of all, the two things that are going to stand out in my mind is how these team fights are going to go. I think the early laning phase for the bot lane is going to go in the favor of no ban because of just the sheer champion kit selection. But when it gets into the mid to late game, I really think there's two major tools that both of these teams have. They have the combinational MF and Wukong ultimates that can stack on each other. But on the flip side, no ban said, hey, we can pull that AoE combinational compository wombo combo out ourselves, and the Malphite Yasuo is just as deadly, if not more deadly, of an AoE combination of ultimates than Misfortune Wukong.
I think going into this, I think these teams are actually really evenly matched. I think you guys can start whenever. Me and Moosey are both in spectator.
Yeah, you guys can start whenever.
Oh,
we're both down there, so.
Somebody says they needed to run to the restroom.
Oh, okay. No worries. No worries.
Fine. We can continue to talk about the matchups. In terms of MF and Thresh, I think looking at the teams, knowing these teams both the way I do, SB is an incredibly aggressive support. SB plays up, and so does Zacre. And I think until Score and Aurora learn how these two play, Score and Aurora may be a little out of sync. Score is more aggressive naturally than Aurora, and Aurora typically adjusts to follow up with her support. So depending on how the first few waves go, will give us a real solid idea of how that lane is going to play out, I think.
Yeah, and I also think that it's funny how both the combinations are of the champions, though, because we also have basically no AoE dealing, no large ultimate consequentials of both Viego and Jax. So it's interesting that I believe that's going to be one is going to be. So first of all, question, I guess I haven't even asked this before. Yeah. Is that a Wukong jungle or a Jax jungle?
That is a Wukong jungle, 110%.
So it's going to be a Wukong jungle, which is going to provide a little bit more of when the level 6s get hit by both teams. I believe that Wukong provides more utility than the Viego does, unless the Viego gets a couple of kills early and pops off, very snowbally champion.
Correct.
Wukong, when hit 6, I think that no ban is going to have to be a lot more cognizant of his pathing where he is, because the early ganks are going to be way stronger on the side of Total Carnage. But as the games get later, I mean, it's really going to be, I think Jax is going to have a fine time laning against Malphite. Malphite, as long as he sits back, he farms up, he doesn't get too aggressive and doesn't get too far behind.
I think that lane goes pretty even.
Yeah, I mean, it really, honestly, in my experience, I think that it's a Malphite, and I know this is a hyperbole to say this, it's a skill-based Malphite-sided matchup to where the entire flow of how it goes is how Malphite plays it out, right?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, if like Malphite gets to a point where he gets a little bit behind and then Jax is able to manipulate the waves and be able to catch him under tower, make Malphite overextended, especially pre-6, you know, that's going to be a heck of a hard lane for Malphite, especially when Jax gets ahead. But if Malphite can make sure that manipulates the waves a little wisely, make sure that overextending doesn't happen, and if it does, make sure vision goes down. If Malphite can play safely and start scaling up, especially past level 6 and beyond, I think that's going to be really advantageous for Noban.
Well, and look at the late game team fight. The late game team fight, personal opinion, looking at these teams, Noban wants Total Carnage to come in, and Total Carnage wants to come in. So the problem is that you have Total Carnage with this engage across the 4, and then MF firing across the back line. If Malphite hits all 4 of them and Yasuo goes in with Viego and like Viego Swain and then Lux firing across the back, that is a shitload of damage. Like that is a lot of damage coming back across the board. And then it's the question of who is ahead, who has the right items, who has the right focus in the team fight. Like this could go either way. I'm excited about it.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm super excited about it because I like I told everybody, I don't have favorites. This is my tournament. I hosted it. I love every single person in this community. I'm so glad that this community came together to play these games. That Wukong is my duo. I have seen this man pull some crazy fucking shit on that champion. And I know how good he is on it, and if I were playing into him, I would have banned that.
Yeah, and unfortunately, what is the name of the team? Womp womp. So they might learn to rue the day that was a strategy that they selected.
Not. Like,
yeah.
It's anybody's game, but both of these team comps, I don't feel like coming out of picks, I don't feel like anybody lost picks and bans here. I don't feel like this feels incredibly one-sided to one way or the other.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say just off of knowing how most because then again, a lot of people have to understand that when you swap over from like a typical, you're duoing with somebody in ranked, or a typical, hey, I'm just solo queuing, or hey, I'm just playing, normals, or whatever the case may be, a lot of people don't realize that until they start playing in tournaments and start understanding a 5v5 with communication, that game is completely different than any other League of Legends that we know. And not only is I think the way that the game's supposed to be played, it's a lot more fun, but then it also depends on the strategy and the communication, because that can completely change how you would look at like a regular team composition if you just like pick them up randomly, or if it's a well-coordinated communicating team that knows when to pick their spots, knows how to rotate. And if I had to look at it just by sheer eye test, I would say that Noban has a little bit more of an edge, just because I believe they have a much stronger early game and a safe scaling late game.
Fair.
I think if I'm Noban, which is going to be a little bit tough, but it's going to come. It is and it isn't, right? If you get on top of Misfortune for Noban, the game's over. Like if Misfortune cannot be protected, then she's the major person that's going to be doing a lot of damage, unless Jax starts getting ahead, unless Ahri has a good early game. The good part about that, to counteract that, is Thresh is the champion to do that. One of the best peelers in the game. He can offer a lot of utility, can lantern her out if she needs it. Unfortunately for Total Carnage, you have one of the best free engagers in the game in Malphite, and if he just decides, hey, I am just going to stare at Misfortune's booty, which I wouldn't blame you, Malphite, the entire game, then how do you peel that? Thresh can't peel that. I mean, all you can do is hope that she has flash, that she can react to it, and that the rest of the team can peel and counter engage once that happens.
I think a lot of this too, I'm going to be honest, I think there's a lot of objective control that's really, really involved with this, wherein I think both teams need to be very, very aware, as most people do, need to be incredibly aware of the potential of stacking those early game grubs. Like, it is unbelievable how much strength those bring to mid and late game as you peel towers down. And sacrificing a couple of early dragons for that is not a bad idea.
No, I love how that completely changes the game for
It
top
does.
laners. Like I was a top laner back all the way up until about season 8-ish or so. And then it just, once they nerfed the teleport to where it had to be after a certain minute in the game and you can only go to towers, it just really did change a lot about how I enjoy the role. But now that it injected that aspect into the game, the top laners have to be a lot more aware of, hey, my jungler is going to be pathing either top or bot. Hey, my jungler is going to hit 6 or not. Hey, I'm going to be able to make sure that I either pressure or let my wave be pressured in accordance to where, if the fight's going to happen at grubs, if I know that the enemy jungler is just going to solo take it and there's nothing we can do about it, or it becomes a big 3v3/2v2 over the grubs where the top lane early advantage really does have a significant role in the early game.
I am really looking forward to, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it until the draft. I am looking forward to the jungle pathing, the jungle presence in lane. I think, also keep in mind, knowing these laners the way I do and knowing these community members, Killin is an ADC main by nature, so he is not, our top laner is not in his primary role on Total Carnage, wherein Noban, their top laner is a little bit more flexible and plays mid and top a lot more. What happened?
Yeah. Say what now?
I did something. I broke something somehow. I fixed it.
Oh, okay. No, so where do you think both junglers respectively then, knowing that and being mindful of paying attention to that first start camp, where do you think they are going to start?
There it goes. Genuinely, typically, unless there's an invade, and I don't see either of these teams invading, typically Yaden is a blue side start. He'll let his ADC and his support help him with the leash, and then they'll send to lane. That bot lane does not typically go for the early game push at all. That's just not their go-to. That being said, I could see Zikray and SB going for that early game push and just telling Bud, hey, you've got this. Take a little extra time on your first couple camps and suck it up. Because honestly, I think Viego can handle that.
Yeah, hold on one second. I gotta turn my hermit crab water off. I'm gonna
okay.
drown these motherfuckers over here. One sec.
Don't drown them.
I'll tell you what, hermit crab's OP. I have nobody within 50,000 miles of me. All I have is 3 hermit crabs in my cage and 20 cows outside. They do be mooing. But hey, you know what? Not a dog, but the crabs, they're cute. So we're waiting for the game to load up. We do see our matchups. We do see some beautiful skins. I really like the Elderwood Wukong skin. I'm gonna tell you that.
No, he plays that one, and I love that one. And I'm gonna piece you down.
I honestly
here.
don't think I've ever seen Soul Fighter Viego either from Bud Fishy. That's a really fucking cool skin.
I actually just pulled that one out of a chest.
Really?
I don't even play him, and I was like, man, I don't know what to do about this, but I have it now. Where does this fit here?
Is it still 0% loading for you?
It did that last night too. Don't overthink it. It's just sassy.
Yeah, it's sassy. It's a little sassy
It's
pants
a little
league.
sassy. It's okay.
You do have to remember though, small indie company.
Yeah, no, tiny indie company, like the tiniest.
The funding is just not there.
Not there.
Raise the
They
tax
really
dollars,
can't.
please.
Yeah, no, they just
Please.
can't handle it. And you know what? That's fine. That's great for them. God, can I get this camera where it belongs? Probably not. It's fine.
So for the single matchup, I know you said you were looking at the jungle matchup. Ooh, I am in the game. Are you in the game right now?
I am in the game. That's how it's supposed to
Let's
happen.
fucking go.
And
Alright,
I'm gonna
get all
pull
my
up
stuff
my
set up.
scoreboard. Love chat. And I can go away, and then let's reorganize them. It'll be great. I am curious if they go to late game though, the impact of not having consistent AD damage in ranged form. I think that does affect the team.
All right, you want me to do the introduction?
Let's go. Oh.
All right, guys, this is game number 5, correct?
This is game number 4.
This is game number 4. All right, guys, for game number 4 of the Galaxy Games, we've got the teams on the Rift on the side of blue for the team. I think you need to change your team titles at the top.
Oh, I do. You're right.
TD and SC. For I believe blue side is No Carnage, correct?
Total Carnage is
Total
red
Carnage.
side.
Total
No
Carnage just in
ban
case
is
no
blue
ban.
side.
For the side of no ban on blue side, we have, by the way, anybody, if I say your name incorrectly, I'm sorry. Scythoon on top side of Malphite. Budfishy will be jangling on the Rift. Quicksilver 44 Yasuo mid with the bot lane composition of Zekray on the Swain and SP Psych on the Lux support. Now for the side of Total Carnage on red side, we have Killin TY playing Jax. In the jungle, we're monkeying around with Yaden 22. 16-bit Steven will be heading up mid-side Ari, rounded out by the competition of Aurora, Elvia, and Skewerton on the Thresh and Misfortune, respectively. Let's get game number 4 on the way. Lady Latalin, I am super excited. Let's get it going.
I can't explain how excited I am to have you here. The first 3 games last night were actually really close. All 3 of them, bangers, every one. Even to the point where the final game, we had a team who picked 3 ADCs across the board and still managed to take the win. So, you tell me how we're doing here. It's been fun. It's been really interesting to see a lot of different community members with different skill levels take and do their best with what they've been handed, even when their lane opponents are significantly better than them. Because unfortunately, when you do a community tournament, you have people that are just better, and that's not anything against anybody. That's just a fact. Like I said, like I expected in the bot lane, Zekray and Espy are just pushing. They are making sure that they are going to force that ADC, that MF, to farm under turret. She is not going to have a choice.
Yeah, the good thing though for Aurora is that Misfortune's passive is one of the best as far as ADCs with last shotting. It kind of reminds me of a Zed. As long as you are making sure you're thinning out the wave properly, Skewerton on the Thresh is making sure he can thin out the wave and be able to set minions up for a last hit. So it's not, at least it's not a champion that's not able to get that CS under tower played correctly, right?
True. It looks like every single lane doing their best. Aurora is already a little down in CS. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Killin is staying fairly aggressive. And with that Scuttle Crab, it keeps him at least a little safe as far as vision. As his jungler kind of rotates around and looks like he might... oh, that's just a ward. That's not Scuttle Crab at all. I'm full of lies. I was like, that's just a ward.
So we did have, I would have liked, so it's pretty typical for the junglers to both start bot side because they get the double leash from their bot lanes. Yep. They both are up in the top side. It looks like Wukong is going to get the advantage and the first Scuttle Crab. I would have liked for both junglers to probably start red side because I don't think that any action was really going to happen top side. 2 champions that are very good at the tankiness of Malphite and the jumping of Jax to be able to make sure that they can survive early ganks. But we are going to see a bot Scuttle Crab. I think Viego's going to be the first blood. I couldn't even call it that first blood because I didn't think that was going to be enough damage. Wow. The first blood going over to Espy on the Lux, and that is actually quite tragic because not only does that mean that Misfortune's going to miss quite a bit of this wave, but then Lux having early kills from the support role, especially no summoners being burned whatsoever from either side for a kill to be secured for first blood. Very unusual.
I'm kind of tragic. I'm kind of sad I missed it, but to be honest, I genuinely believe that that's just the nature of that double snare, that early double snare between the 2 of them in the bot lane for no ban. They really can just chain CC those down, and Misfortune doesn't have a lot of health to work with at that point. They may have decided that it just wasn't worth burning a summoner spell.
Yeah, and you do see because of the mid-side advantage and Malphite's pushing out the top lane, and that gives Viego the go-ahead. Just go ahead and start these crubs. Jax jumps in. He's getting a lot of damage come out on him. His minions are set up to be able to safely find under the tower, but we are going to see, because of the mid and top advantage, the Scuttle, I mean, not Scuttle, I'm saying Scuttle Crabs now too. They will be, God, what are those called again?
The grubs. Void grubs.
The grubs, yeah, the grubbies, they will be going down. So that is 3 grubs to 0 to start it out. And especially, that's so disrespectful too. When junglers do it over the Scuttle Crab, watching them do it, that's always the feels bad. Like, I guarantee you, Yaden sitting there, like, I can see him, but there's nothing I can do about it. I might cry.
Well, and their mid and their top lane both had prio, and they both rotated to help their jungler take it. And now Yaden is doing his best to try and take the cross map objective, but because of the death in the bot lane from his ADC, he just didn't have the advantage to rotate down and take Dragon, and now he's kind of sitting there watching it happen.
And we are going to be looking at a fight. He is going to go in. Is he going to be able to smite? The smite is at 600. Blue team, Viego does secure it, but it looks like on the flip side, the Thresh is going to go down. Are we going to get a Wukong that's going to be fighting it out? No, it looks like it's going to be, unfortunately, a monkey that is stuck in a pit, so he will be going down as well. The kill goes over to Zekray. Are they going to keep chasing? No, Ahri's ultimate will get her out, and that is a 2-for-0 with the Dragon being secured on the side of Noban.
So like you said, that Noban really wanted to get the early game and just continue to snowball. Make sure they keep that Jax down. Make sure they just keep pressure and slowly apply it. Do not go overboard. Do not feed this Wukong. Do not step a toe out of position. Keep your wards down. Be aware and just do everything slow and steady. And so far, that's exactly what they're doing. Their vision is good. Their map awareness is phenomenal. And I'm honestly really, really impressed looking across the board. Bot lane is doing their best to keep up in CS for Total Carnage, despite being down the 2 kills. But those 2 kills on Lux look really nasty.
Yeah, and I do, like we were talking about earlier, the Malphite is playing safe on the top side, so that is definitely a plus for Noban. But right now, I'm looking at a few things that are starting to already get scary for Total Carnage. We see that not only is the bot side lead opening up, but that Yasuo, as he gets an early laning phase that's safe against an Ahri, because usually melee champions, especially mid laners, aren't very good against range. And for him to have a little bit of a CS advantage against a ranged champion like Ahri in the early game, with his combination of Malphite in the later game and mid-game fights, that is a scary sight to see as well.
It's going to force Ahri to use her ult defensively instead of aggressively like she'd prefer, and it's going to just continue to open up the board for Quick further and further. I am actually surprised, knowing Quick, why he didn't go in on that tornado. I'm not gonna lie. That first one he landed, the man is known for the int.
And just to make sure we're at the same, you're at 18, 19, 20, 21,
I am ahead of you
correct?
by approximately a second.
Okay, so I was gonna say, I didn't see a tornado when you were saying that, so that shouldn't be a big deal.
No, I'm here. Let me just.
No,
I should have
don't
fixed
worry
it.
about it.
No, I literally just paused and started again.
Okay, cool.
36.
We do see the Jax going in. That is a vision battle. I always love control ward battles. That it never really happens topside. Usually that's a bot thing, but we do have the jungle for the side of Team Carnage lurking. He is going to be dashing in. He's going to be hitting an ultimate. That is going to be a spinning monkey, and that is going to be a winning monkey. That is a first kill over on the side
And
of Team
that was
Carnage.
also an attempted use of the ult from the Malphite in order to escape that. So that's going to be down now for the next big team fight, which is actually going to be huge as the second round of Void Grubs comes up. That may just allow them to match those first 3 Void Grubs, and no one gets the little grubbies punching down the turrets at that point.
Yeah, on the flip side too, it forces Malphite's teleport to come out, which is very good to get out of him. That is a good demolish proc coming early out on the side of killing.
Disgusting.
That is
That
a
was
lot of
kind of
damage,
disrespectful.
Yeah, and that's a Jax that has absolutely no health building so far. So that is a pure Sheen proc from Jax on the Demolish. We're getting another vision fight. I actually don't think you want this fight if you're on the side of killing. He does have ultimate though, so he is going to be popping it. That is a lot of AP going down, but is it going to be enough for Malphite? Because he did buy, he got still caps on the Lux. It's going to be one last Q. It's going to be able to kill him. He's going to finish off. He does! And Scythoon gets the revenge kill on the Jax.
Meanwhile, unfortunately, because of that positioning once again and that aggression, I think that Noban gets all 6 scrubs. Oh, they got 5.
Yeah.
Yaden got 1. Yaden must have been in the back of the pit.
One, which is all you need. That is all you need to make sure you don't secure and you let the little grubbies come out. But the stun's going to be hitting, and ultimate is going to be coming out. Pullback is going to be hitting all this Swain too. That's a CZ combination we called out. The ultimate is going to be procced, which is going to force out the flash, but it's not going to cause anything, and Zekray is going to secure the kill for the 5th on the side of Team Noban.
And I will tell you, just having listened, like, because I get the perk as the tournament organizer. I get to see everybody's comms, everybody's typing, everything that everybody was planning as they were going into these games. And one of the things that I did hear talking to Total Carnage as we were going to this game was fear of the Crow, fear of Zekray, concern about what he was capable of doing in lane, and it's
Oh,
showing
but we do have
the
a fight
reason
breaking
why.
out on the bot side. Wukong started to interrupt. Wukong is going to pop the ultimate, but it's going to force the flash away from Zekray. So that is an ultimate exchange for a summoner spell, and everybody walks away safely. Sorry for interrupting, by the
No,
way.
please understand that I am so chill when it comes to doing these, and you don't get to pick when a fight breaks out, but we do get to we do get to pick when we take a breath and move to that, and then come back to the conversation.
Exactly.
I am honestly so impressed at how balanced these feel overall, despite, like, there is an increasing difference in CS in the mid lane and in the bot lane, which I feel like Yaden is not being able to rotate to overcome in this moment. So hopefully they can bring it back from the behind that they're at right now, because they are over 3,000 gold down. That's a lot at this point in the game.
We are going to be looking at almost a full-fledged 4v4, neither teleport available to the top laners, so it doesn't look like they're going to be able to join this fight, but this is going to be a potential Dragon number 2 for the side of Noban. It looks like the Dragon is pumping out a lot of damage. He is chasing them out of the pit, and they're saying, please, Mr. Dragon, we just wanted to kill you, not the other way around. We're just going to force their positioning out of the pit. Ooh, but an ultimate does hit. Unfortunately, the Yasuo did know that that was the clone.
Lux.
The ultimate from Lux is going to do a lot of damage on 60-bit Steven, which is going to force out the ultimate. Luckily for Steven, he did not go down, but that leaves him with about 10% HP, which is going to be the green flag for Team Noban to go ahead and secure this dragon.
As I said before too, the unfortunate thing is that it's just been Noban setting the tempo, to the point where they have set the tempo so hard that Total Carnage hasn't been able to rotate or counter rotate in ways that help them, because you end up in a position where, okay, so
that is so much damage.
Yaden got to the point where he could take one of the grubs, which means the full-fledged 6 grub buff is not coming out for anybody, but 5 still gets you some turret pressure. Yaden is now playing from behind, trying to figure out what he can do against 3, like realistically 3 losing lanes, or at least 2.5 losing lanes, 1 going even, where he's trying to figure out where he gets most impact on fighting back and what he can do to get them ahead.
Oh, we are going to see both ultimates used from the top laners. Is it going to be enough? No, it wasn't. Looks like Malphite wants to go in for one more Q, but both ultimates burned and barely walking away with sub 10% HP. Nice fight in the top side.
Meanwhile, in the bot side, you did have, or in the bot side river, you did have the mid laner converge with the jungler, Budfishy and Quick converged, and they force Yaden to burn his flash.
Yeah, just the stuns keep coming out. Is this going to be an all-in on the side of mid side? We're not going to be able to see it because the spectator bug does go to the other way around, but the ignite is going to be popped. The last hit is not going to be enough. Ari is going to walk away with the teeth of her skinny skin and the skin of her teeth, or chinny chin chin, or whatever the hell I meant to say right there.
Something could have been anything.
It just sounded cooler in my mind than what came out of my mouth. But Ari is able to limp away with, I believe, 78 HP. So very good idea. The ignite is burned from the Yasuo, but it does take away the ultimate. And meanwhile, in the bot side, the composition is just too tremendous in this early game.
This I'm gonna tell you right now, Zekray and SP on this bot lane on these champions, this is a traumatizing experience, and I feel bad for them. I would not want to fight Zekray on that champion.
Yeah, and it's just, there's not much you can do about it, right? Because if Wukong only stays on the bot side, he's not going to be able to get farm. He's not going to be able to contest grubs. He's not going to be able to contest Herald. He's not going to be able to help out mid or top. So it becomes a conundrum for the jungle when their bot lane is losing this hard. League of Legends 101, Rachel, what is it? You don't always band-aid a hard losing lane. You want to play to your strengths. You want to at least try to, even out the lanes that are going even or ahead, or you want to get your lanes that are ahead even further ahead. So I feel for Yaden on this Wukong, and there's a lot of hard decisions you have to make.
Because the point is where all of your lanes are losing, it's which lane is losing hardest and which lane can you salvage. At this point, I don't truly believe that top lane is going even. That's a lane that's going even despite the CS differential. Like that's less than 20. It's going even. Yaden going in onto Cray, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Ultimate from the Lux is going to go wide. The bullet time is going to come out of this fortune, but the flash auto is going to go down. Wukong does secure the kill, but Yasuo does get the return kill. It looks like he's going to be using ultimate under the tower, but the flash out from Aurora is going to happen, but the Viego follows up with the ultimate of his own. The tower is going to be doing a lot of damage. Is Budfish going to be able to escape it? No, he wasn't. The tower gets a revenge kill as well. The Lux picks up the credit for that on the tower, for the gold going over in the pocket of Lux for the global gold. So that is at the end of the day, a 2-for-1 and the side of Team Noban.
Great shutdown gold going over to Total Carnage, though, and hopefully they can make something happen with that. Because Yaden did get the shutdown. I think that was like a cool $500 in his pocket, so we'll see if he can do anything with that. It also does open up mid for a little bit longer lane. Forces Noban to get a little bit more aggressive vision down. And with the long lanes in mid and bot for Total Carnage, hopefully they'll be able to do something farming and try and play some catch up.
Yeah, and it looks like because of the long lane difference, it looks like they're going to be swapping. So Swain's going to move to the mid side right now, and Lux is going to be coming up, at least roaming around the map, trying to help topside patch a little bit as well. I really do like this rotation from Noban because they understand after taking the tower, the best thing, rule of thumb to do is rotate the winning side to the mid lane to try to see if you can do a little bit more damage, with bot lane being a little bit more secure in that long lane with 2 people instead of 1.
That's an unfortunate mischarm there. It's going to force him to burn the ult defensively, like I said he was going to have to do. Because the moment that Ahri gets caught and her charm goes wide, she is forced to take the defensive approach with that ult, and now it's down. And now they have to decide what they want to do and what they want to give up, and they are forcing Killen into a very long...
Oh, but the flash E is going to happen. The ultimate is going to come out of Lux, so that's going to be a dead Jax. But on the mean side, we got to fight at the top and bot, breaking down at the same time. The Yasuo is going to kill on the bot side. Meanwhile, the Lux is going to be limping away. Malphite is going to be flashing out as well. Viego has showed up. It looks like there is no cooldowns. I think he's getting his cooldowns now. The monkey is in the bush with the vision, but it's not going to do much unless he's able to secure a last-minute kill on the Malphite, which is not going to happen, and he's going to be taken down. Credit going to Bud Fishy. But on the mean side, Steven is going to be hitting a charm, but I don't think that's the fight and the droids that he was looking for, because he's going to get flashed on, and the double kill is going to come out for Bud Fishy, and the survival will happen. No death from the tower. 2 kills over on the side of Viego, but 16-bit Steven a little bit over aggressive, which is going to turn into another kill, and that is exactly what you want on the side of Noban, with Yasuo getting the kill, also getting the dragon secured, but that is a that is such an unfortunate back. Jax comes and he's angry. He might not have a real weapon, but he will secure that